Representative Erhardt, who's going to give us a quick update from his perspective on what's happening in the House. Representative Ron Erhardt from Edina has been a huge champion for transportation over many years. And we're really pleased to have him here with us.
Thank you. You know, I was going to say, well, nothing's happening. That's about the speed of things at the moment. But, you know, just to review briefly as we springboard into the next continuing resolution for Minnesota. Thank you. In 2006, we really started to gain some momentum. We passed MVS in a big bill. It was a $7 billion bill, and plenty vetoed it, so we rolled back and went again in 2008 after the bridge fell down, and we finally got a big bill passed by overriding the governor. It was a $6.6 billion bill, and about 1/3 of what we needed. And then everybody said, "Let the good times roll," and we went out and spent it. Well, it's just about all spent now. And that's why we're back here again looking for the second bite. That will not be as much as we need, but at least it'll advance our continuing resolution for a few more years. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking about anyway. There are essentially, you've heard this from Knobloch, Representative Knobloch and Hornstein. I don't know what they said, but I have maybe a different view. There are three plans, the governor's, the Senate, and they're in the $6 to $10 billion range, depending on how far out you run it and how you count the bonding in them. But certainly a good chunk that will send us down the road again. And then we have the Republican plan, which I think Knobloch has told you it's not sufficient, and he's right. There's $500 million over the next 4 years, and that's coming from the fund balance that's already going to be spent. It's already got projections and so forth that they think they can spend it twice. And then they've got $200 million one time in 2016. So over the next 4 years, they're offering up $700 million, of which $500 million will already be spent. So not a lot there. I'd say there's not enough juice in this one for a good spit. Now what we have going on in, you know, we were in non-divided government up until the last election. Now we have the House in the hands of one party. Oh, the party of no is in charge of the House. And so it's very difficult to have them realize what they already have promised their people in rural Minnesota that they're going to do for them. Because they have no glimpse, and we're trying to educate them in ways that they're going to do. The things they're going to have to do to produce that money. And I don't think they like the idea that they're going to have to raise some taxes. In fact, I know they don't. And that may be the sticking point in this whole affair. So we need enormous amounts of education. There's one thing I might say, and that is this. The education, I think, of the membership of the House and Senate who have to vote on this has been sadly lacking this time around. We haven't had, we did lots of meetings with the membership and try to explain their concerns away, at least successfully in the 07 or the 07-08 bills. But I'm not sure we've done that this time, and I'm not sure there's enough time left in this session to do that. But we've got next year again, and I've heard that already. You know, they're hiring. They've hired an outside consulting firm to prove MnDOT's 15 years of coming up with the same figures every year for the last 15 years. How many more times do we have to go over these? But they've hired somebody to prove their point that we don't need any money, which is about what it boils down to. Anyway, Peter Hutchinson has been hired, as I understand it. I don't know what attack he's taking or which way he's going, but they're all telling us, well, we need more study. Well, this is their vehicle for the moment. So I know you all want to get to lunch, and let's say we all say a Hail Mary for anything to happen in education. I mean, the education of transportation.